What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. As I said in my previous video about the PC build video, I was going to bring a separate video on how to make a bootable flash drive with Windows on it to install on a new PC. And today I'm going to show you how to set the USB up, how to download the software you need, and then also show you how to actually get the PC up and running with the USB flash drive. So let's jump straight into it. Alright guys, so you're going to only need really one thing to get this media creation tool, and that is literally a fresh USB flash drive. You can get these anywhere. The recommended amount is a 4 GB stick. I recommend a little bit more. I'm using an 8 GB stick for this. You can get these anywhere. You can order them online. You could go, a Target, Walmart. I've even bought them from like a CVS or like a Walgreens before. So you can just go and get them. They're pretty cheap, maybe like 10 bucks. And that's all you're really going to need. Just make sure, I would recommend that there's nothing else on this. Just buy this and specifically only use it for a Windows media tool. That's what I do. That's all I use this one for. So now the next step is to get the media tool itself. You're going to go, I'm already on the page, but just type in Windows Media Creation Tool. It'll pop up. Go to the first link, and then you're going to come down here on the Microsoft page, and it's going to say Create Windows 10 Installation Media. Just download that tool, and it's a pretty simple process. You just download the file, you open it up, and then you'll just select where you want to save it to, and it's basically like downloading a regular file. Get it installed, open it up. I'll show you what to do when you open it up. Let me open the tool up here. It's going to say getting a few things ready. Just let it do that. Completely normal. It'll take a few minutes, maybe like, not a few minutes, a couple of seconds. Give it like 30 seconds, and it should bring the terms and conditions up. As you can see, I just read everything except. Gonna get a few things ready again. Just let it do its thing. Okay, and now this is going to ask what you want to do. You can upgrade this PC now. We don't want to do that. We want to create an installation media tool. So we're going to select Create Installation Media because we're going to do that with our flash drive. Click Next again. This is where you can select your language, your edition, and architecture. You're going to want whatever language you'd like to use. Edition is Windows 10, and then 64-bit. It should be like automatically set up for you. If it is not though, just make sure you have what I have on the screen, and then obviously whatever language. Then we're going to click Next, and then choose Media to Use. So this is where you're going to plug in your flash drive. You would plug it in. You obviously want to make a USB flash drive, so leave that selected. You click Next, and then this is where I can't really show you anything else. This is where on this screen, whatever your flash drive is that you plug into your computer right now is going to pop up. You're going to select that USB stick, and then you're going to click Next, and then it's going to install Windows 10 on your USB for you. And that's literally it. The whole process maybe takes 5 to 7 minutes, and then you're pretty much ready to go. You just remove your USB stick, and then we're going to show you the next part when I set the PC up and then put the stick in, and then how to transfer this over to your new PC. One thing I will say, I'm under the impression, this video is made under the impression that you're doing this on a completely fresh, like hard drive, SSD, M.2, basically a fresh storage device that has nothing on it, like a brand new PC. Because if you're taking like an M.2 or something, or a hard drive from another PC that you've already used another PC that has all your games on it, this is going to wipe everything on that hard drive. So if you don't want to lose everything, make sure you're doing it on a brand new, fresh storage device. And that's basically it. So now I'm going to get the PC that I just built. As I said, this is a follow-up from a previous video. I'm going to link that video in the in a little card here on the screen. If you guys want to watch it, click on it. It's a full in-depth video on how to build a PC essentially. And now let's start transferring the Windows over onto the new PC. Okay guys, so now we're at the step where we're going to plug in our bootable flash drive that we just made into our new PC. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just plug it right into a USB spot on the PC, and then just turn the PC on. Now if we get lucky, it should just automatically boot off of this USB flash drive into the Windows Media Creation tool. Sometimes you have to go into the BIOS and select which boot device you want to use, but I mean a lot of times it also just boots automatically. We will see what this does. If not, you might just have to go into your BIOS and learn your BIOS a little bit and find out where your drives are and select how you want to, pretty much you want to boot the USB drive first. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to show you that way because it looks like we're automatically getting in, which makes things very easy. But we're going to go from this point on, being that I'm already in. But like I said, if it doesn't boot and it takes you to your BIOS, you just have to select that you want your main, like your first priority boot off of your USB flash drive. So now that we're in, this is what it would look like. We're going to click Next. We're going to click Install Now. Setup is starting. And you're pretty much just going to let it go through the entire process. It's going to take a little bit of time. With the MIDI creation tool, you can either use it for free without having a product key. That's how I'm doing it with this build. So pretty much I'm going to click I don't have a product key. If you do, I don't know where you got it from. I don't care where you got it from. Enter it if you have it. If you don't, you don't. But I don't have one, so I'm going to click I don't have a product key. I will enter one later when I get to that point. And we are going to do Windows Pro. That's usually just what I do. And just click Windows Pro. Next. And now it should pop up our, okay, the terms. Scroll through them. Accept. Next. You can do install Windows key file settings. We're going to do a custom install of Windows. And okay guys, so now we are at our pretty much where we select which drive we want to install our Windows on. My PC, the PC that we just put together here has a 970 EVO M.2 in it, which is a 500 gigabyte M.2. So that is definitely this drive, and we also have a hard drive, but the hard drive's not popping up yet, which it doesn't matter because I don't want to put it on the hard drive anyway. I want it on this SSD. So basically what I'm saying is select whatever drive you want your Windows on. So this is going to be it for me. I'm going to select it. It's already selected. It's the only one there. I'm going to click Next, and then the process should begin. It's going to copy all the files. This is going to take a few minutes. Could be pretty quick, but let it finish up, and we will get back to it once we are finished here. Okay guys, so it looks like we're restarting now. This is completely normal. The PC could restart a few times before it's completely done. So just let it do its whole process. Don't turn the PC off. Don't do anything. Just once you're at this point, let it ride the whole process out, and then it should just boot you in, and then we'll be setting up Windows after this point. And once we get there, we'll show you what you do and do not need to have on. Here we go, getting ready. Just let it do the whole process, and we'll come back in at the next page where you guys need to be concerned with. Okay guys, so it looks like we have finally made it to the initial setup portion where we actually need to be concerned with and selecting options. So pretty much you're going to select your region. Should pretty much know this stuff automatically for you. Want to add a second keyboard, we're going to skip that. Right now, I'm doing mine in the fact that I don't have internet. We're not connecting an Ethernet cable to this because we want to do this the simplest way possible. If we do it this way, we don't have to worry about Microsoft installing a whole bunch of useless stuff that we don't need to have on our Windows install. So I'm going to click I don't have internet. Continue the limited setup. And then this stuff I'm going to blur out. I'm going to set this computer up for the person who is going to be using it, and we will come back in at the next phase. Okay guys, so we just went through the process pretty much where you're going to create your name and user stuff like that for the computer, and then also it's going to ask you for 3 security questions just in case you get locked out and you need to get back into your computer. You'll have those 3 security questions. So next, do you do more across devices with active history? This is basically a timeline Windows feature. We don't want this stuff, no. You guys can do whatever you want, but I don't use a lot of this stuff. Decline that. We don't want the personal assistant. And then all of this stuff here, I don't use any of it. I turn all of this off. Everything here, I turn off. This is basically all like tracking stuff for Windows and diagnostics for them. As I said, if you guys want this stuff, by all means do whatever you'd like, but I don't like any extra stuff that I don't need. So I uncheck everything. And hi. So we're at that point now. This is a good thing. We're getting everything ready, and basically after this point we should be up and running on Windows 10. This takes a few minutes, so once we're up and running I will show you guys what it looks like. I mean, it's just going to be a regular computer, Windows 10, and then we'll go from there, talk about a few other things that you might want to do when initially getting in here, but once we get there we'll discuss that stuff. Alright guys, as you can see, we are in here and it's basically just a fresh computer with Windows on it, and it really is that simple. The process is pretty quick. There's not much for like the user to actually do. As you can see, we just have pretty much regular standard Windows here, and now from this point, there's not really much more about the Windows install. The next point would be explaining some driver updates and things like that for your motherboard, which I'm going to turn the camera back around to just how I had it before, and we will discuss some of those things. Okay guys, so that pretty much wraps up how to install Windows on a freshly built PC. It's not that difficult, as I said. All you need is a flash drive and the media creation tool, and you're pretty much good to go. That was what this video was based about, was just how to create a Windows installation tool and then show you how to do it and put it on the computer, and I think we have accomplished that today. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have another couple of videos coming up in the future I'm going to be working on very soon. One of them being what are some of the first few things that you should do on a freshly built PC. Everything from pretty much a lot of it has to do with updating drivers if they need to be, but we are not going to be covering that in this video. But if you would like to do that, you can check other videos online, as I do not currently have a video out on how to update drivers for your manufacturer's motherboard. But that is something you should take a look into when first setting up your PC after you have Windows installed. So I hope this video has helped you guys get Windows on your freshly built PC, and I hope you guys are off and running and using your new PC and enjoying it. If this video helped you, I would appreciate it if you could leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I stream on Twitch 4 days a week, Monday through Friday at about usually 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I play Escape from Tarkov, PUBG, Valorant, a bunch of FPS games. Come on in the stream. I'd love to see you guys there. Ask me some questions about PC building, anything you guys may need help with. Same goes for the comments. And that's really it. Just please drop a like, and if you could, subscribe, as it really helps me out as I'm trying to grow the channel and do a lot of more things like this around PC and gaming related stuff. Thank you guys for checking the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.